We're off to see the wizard. We're going to go all the way to Del Rio, Texas, and do a little grocery shopping. Beautiful day, 55 degrees, and not bad here in Fort Clark Springs, Texas. What I want to talk to you about is some of you guys may not have had parents that lived to a ripe old age, and you didn't get to see them get old and understand the getting older part of life. Well, I'll give you some updates. I'm 78, and let me tell you, man. Well, your memory, of course, is everybody knows that kind of goes away. If you don't believe me, ask our current leader. He's 2 years older than I am, so I know what he's faced with. But moving along, but you do silly things, man. And for example, but let me say this first: you got to have a sense of humor about your growing older life. Okay, you got to maintain a sense of humor, because if you don't, you will go totally insane and end up in a rest home giggling at yourself. Having said that, for some reason, your brain still functions, I guess, pretty well, and but the communication between your brain and other parts of your body through the nervous system apparently gets a little worse as you get older. For example, you reach out to pick up a glass of water, your brain says, "You got it." Your hand says, "No, I don't," and there it is on the floor. Okay? Or you got a bowl of cereal in your hand and you're going to put it on the table, and the brain says, "Yep, you got it there, just set it down." Well, your hand does it and you miss the table by about 12 full inches. All right? Those things happen. Do they have to happen often? No. If they happen often, then you may have a problem. But other than that, it's perfectly normal, in my opinion. If you don't believe me, check out some stuff on the Mayo Clinic. There's a guy on a trike. So, having said that, what else do you do? Well, you're just slower. You just slow down. I mean, I've mentioned this in other videos. You get up to go to the grocery store like I did this morning, and I started getting ready about 5:30. It's 9 a.m. this morning. It's 9 a.m. now. Because I went to my vehicle. I didn't have my keys. Well, you got to have your keys, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I get in the vehicle and I think, well, did I get my credit card and stuff? Well, back to the house again. So yeah, you do those things. Is that bad? No, it's good exercise. Keep you physically fit. And that's another thing. You do need to exercise quite a bit. Don't just go crazy. Jogging is out. Forget it. Walking is in. Maybe swimming if you have a swimming pool convenient. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, I laugh at myself. I mean, I really do. I mean, I laugh out loud sometimes because I can't believe I just did that. Some of the worst things I've done, I'll mention that I can remember. One day, and of course, I had a fairly new round thing of oatmeal. It comes in those big containers. Well, I had a big container of oatmeal, and for some reason, when I picked it up, I thought I had a good grip on it, and I was going to put a little cereal in a bowl. Well, I put a little in there, about 2 pounds. Damn. I had oatmeal everywhere, man. And I had a bag, a 6-pound bag of that popcorn one time. It was in the upper shelf. And this wasn't my fault. But, well, you could say, maybe it was, but whatever. Anyway, the 6-pound bag of popcorn's in the upper shelf, so I reach up and get it, and I pull it out. I was going to put a little in a bowl, and just as I get it over the countertop where the bowl was, the bottom falls out of the bag, but, and I had 6 pounds of popcorn to clean up. 6 pounds of popcorn. I had popcorn kernels every damn, and those little kernels went everywhere. I'm telling you, everywhere. And yeah, I still find them today. Well, they were in that other house, not in this house. So those are some of the not too current things. gasoline here shows to be $2.99 a gallon for regular unleaded. That's gone up 10 cents in a week. I was going to get some when I came back at $2.88, but I didn't. And so I need to go to Del Rio now and fill up. It'll probably be about a nickel cheaper, be about $2.95, which is still okay. And yeah, what else do you do as you get older? Well, if you take care of yourself, growing older is actually kind of fun. You know, eat right, you know. And here's something else. So you do get lazy too, like on your hygiene and stuff, because I really don't like to shave at all. I never did. And as you know, I go about a month before I shave. And that will continue. But you know, you got to bathe every day and all that stuff, and you know, make yourself look reasonable. And yeah, and then cook. See, I got to prepare my own food. I'm by myself, so I got to cook my own stuff and try to eat healthy. That's why I've got that instant pot pressure cooker thing, because you can just throw anything in there, and 30 minutes later you got something that's reasonably good to eat. And if I do go to a deli, I get some baked stuff, you know, that's probably a little better than fried. So, but yeah, it's just a crazy thing about getting older, man. Everybody I think does it a little differently. I don't think one shoe fits all. I think that, you know, I don't know if genetics plays much of a role, because, you know, I don't know. I just know that if you exercise regularly, eat reasonably well, sleep good, that's another thing. Get you 8 or 9 hours of sleep. And if you want to, take a nap. I do take a nap almost every day. If I feel nappy, so to speak, then I will take a short nap for about 20 minutes. Or I just let my body talk. You know, whenever my body wants to go a while longer, then that's fine with me. You know, but anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes is about normal for me. And so yeah, Del Rio, 29 miles. Not bad. Beautiful drive, straight shot, right down Highway 90 going west. And what else can I tell you about getting older? You know, as far as joint pains, back pains, and all, I don't have any of those, knock on wood. I don't take any medication at all. But, you know, that's a function of very rarely going to a doctor. Do I recommend that for anybody else? No, you do you. And if you feel like you need to go to a doctor for whatever reason, you damn sure need to get up and go. Whoa, this guy's gonna take my paint off there, ain't you, boy? So, what else? Well, yeah, that's another thing. See, I drive slower now that I'm older. I'm driving almost 60 miles an hour, and I'm not sure what the speed limit is here. Probably 65, 70, whatever it is. And the younger Turks are going to run over me. But as far as reflexes and all that stuff, pretty good. I ain't got no complaints about that. Enjoying life, I do the best I can. I do as good as anybody I know. I guess, you know, and that's another thing. There are, you know, as you get older, there are times you just don't have a hell of a lot to do. You know, and if you've been watching movies or reading books and stuff, you know, sometimes you can kind of get read out or TV'd out or whatever you want to call it, and you just want to sit and stare into space, and that's okay. Do it. And because I drive around every afternoon about 3 o'clock for about an hour. I just kind of cruise around Fort Clark Springs in my golf cart, my electric vehicle, you know, when the weather permits, which is about 90% of the time. It's most of the people that live there are retired, and I see what they're doing, about the same thing I am. But you'll see them sitting out on the porch, or if it's a woman, she'll be out fooling with some plants, or walking the dog, or whatever they do. And yeah, so, but again, you do need to stay busy. I've mentioned that about 1,000 times in videos, staying busy. But, you know, I don't add anything to that. I don't tell you, you know, I say, okay, stay busy. And then what do I say after that? I don't say, okay, you can do this, and this. And the reason is because I have the same problem you do. You know, I read books and do all that stuff, and I take walks. And that's another thing. and I found this to be true for me particularly, is if I'm in one of those ruts, then if I just get up off my little butt and walk outside, or get in that golf cart or the three-wheeler I've got, and just get going, then I'm fine. You know what I mean? Everything opens up, and you begin to start thinking, and you get on a roll, so to speak. And so that's about all I got to say in the video is growing older comfortably. How do you do it? Well, you do it one day at a time, or one moment at a time, because you can read books about it if you choose to. You can read, I'm sure there's a book published or a video published related to anything in the human body or any issue, okay? Is that good or bad? I don't know. I will say this, YouTube channels use both, use clickbait to increase views, and the news media uses clickbait, now considerably more than anybody on YouTube. And there are have you ever clicked on a news story and gone to it, and what you're reading is not even related to what the clickbait took you to? It says, the world ends today. You go to the clickbait, or you go to the story, and it talks about, well, the earth is round, and it's always been round, and whoa, what's that got to do anyway? So, and this is one of those videos, guys, that they call it, there's writer's block, and then there's creator block, and YouTube, where you just reach a point where you think you've done it all, and you can't really think of anything to say, so you just better get doing something. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just blowing air through my vocal cords and hoping some of it will stick. And but how old is old? I'll tell you how old it is. 78. Damn, it's getting up there, and and you begin to face your own mortality, because you know that things are changing, and that's good. I mean, I'd hate to think that we come up with some way for people to live forever, because I think that'd be terrible. If you knew when you were born that you were going to live forever, and they could repair any damage done to you by anything, then I don't know. I mean, and eventually we may become one with computers, so that you can't really tell humans from robots. I think that's probably where we're going to end up, when, if not in my lifetime. I think we're pretty much human robots now. I look at ants, and they're just busy as everything, hauling stuff back and forth to the ant hole, and and I see us going up and down highways hauling stuff back and forth to the ant hole. I don't know, man. They store their stuff underground, which is damn smart. They find a depth of about 3 feet, which is more than enough insulation to keep them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. If we built our houses underground, we'd be much better off in a lot of ways. You wouldn't have much of a view. But there are some people that have done that, built some underground homes, and they bring in a lot of, what do you call it, video stuff on the walls that changes so it looks like you're outside, outdoors scenes. What's that got to do with growing older? Does it? Guys, I'm cruising down the highway at 58 miles an hour. It's 9:14 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. I don't know when this is going to pop up, but I feel pretty good. I got me some dark chocolate almonds and some green tea, and I have no complaints. I hope you are enjoying your day, enjoying your life. And these are the videos I'll post. I mean, I could go do tiny homes and interview people that are RVing and stuff. Why are you doing this? How'd you get here? And all that crap. And I could, but I'm not. Why not? Hell, I'm enjoying life, man, and I just want you to do the same. So anyway, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want. Use the Amazon link in the description of my videos if you want to fool with it. drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life, guys. And it's a beautiful, look how blue that sky is. Isn't that amazing? And I haven't seen it fuzz up yet, so I guess this is, maybe it was the bug splatters on the windshield. So having said that, guys, adios, bye-bye.